Welcome back to Random City Sports Ballers. We just finished watching Andy Behrens give his advice to look for stolen bases in every part of the draft. Get them from your first baseman, get them from here, get them from there. Fellas, I am not taking Andy Behrens' advice. If you've watched my drafts, you know that I am going to ignore stolen bases. That's right, ignoring stolen bases. I'm also going to ignore batting average. And I'm going to focus, we're only 10 seconds away. I'm going to focus with my 11th overall pick on home runs, RBIs. First pick's on the board. He's getting ready to take Acuna. And then with the army of pitchers, you've heard the army of pitchers over and over and over. I'm looking at strikeouts. I'm looking at wins. Acuna is the first pick off the board. I'm going to focus a wee bit on ERA and WHIP, but not too much. And I'm going to look for saves in rounds 6 through 10. Mookie Betts, number 2 off the board, multi-position player. So, you know how my drafts go. And I want you all to make sure, hold me accountable. There goes Bobby Witt, number 3. Hold me accountable. If I don't make the playoffs I'm going to be making the playoffs. I'm looking at these teams, and these are playoff teams. Corbin Carroll goes with the number 4 pick, and Rodriguez goes, wow, number 5, Freddie Freeman, number 6. We're flying through it here, almost like these people are on auto draft. Oh, I didn't change the name of this team, so I am now a Thermopolis instead of Random City Sports Ballers. And Soto goes with the number 7 pick. Okay, well, I'm Thermopolis today. And this is my rad team. But, yeah, you're going to see me ignore that Andy Behrens' advice about stolen bases completely. You're going to see me ignoring what he said about finding a first baseman who gets you some stolen bases and all that crap. Nope, you're not going to see it. And if you watched my video where I brought the receipts, you'll understand why I ignore batting average. I could have the lowest batting average in the league and still get 9 or 10 wins in that category. Remember, this is a head-to-head categories league. So I'm going for category wins. I'm not playing a rotisserie where I need something in every category. I'm not playing that. There goes Kyle Tucker with number 8 pick. Let's see. Tatis and then Strider probably, right? I mean, Strider would be a good pick for me in this position because, I do build the army of pitchers. But there goes Strider with the number 10. Something I learned so long ago, fellas, is that if I'm doing this power play, going for the home runs and RBIs, if I'm doing the power play, then I have to get 2 big ones early. And there goes Olsen. There goes Matt Olson. Boy, I would have loved to have that as my second. All right, so what's the news? Well, already back to me. Olson and then Judge. Hey! Hey. Someone's been watching our videos, fellas. Someone's been watching our videos. So the next logical pick here is Pete Alonso. And there we go. So I've got Ohtani Alonso. That's my first time having that combination. I've got an Ohtani Olsen. I have some Alonso Olsen. But this is my first time having Ohtani Alonso. So this will be an interesting one. But yeah, hold me accountable. Trey Turner after Jose Ramirez. Number 15 and 16. But yeah, hold me accountable. If I'm not making the playoffs, if my teams are looking like, oh, wow, you did poorly, I will own up to it, and I will admit that the army of pitchers plus home runs, RBIs is a failure. And I will void that from now on. I will apologize to everybody. Now, here's the gig. If I do make 75% or more in the playoffs, I'm going to brag and brag and brag. And y'all, if you follow this draft strategy and you make your playoffs using this strategy, and suddenly you go, oh, hey, I did it. You get to brag too. I don't care if you take credit for this. Just, make sure that afterwards, when y'all are winning your championships, throw me a shout out at randomcitysportsballers@gmail.com. There goes Alvarez, outfielder from Houston with the number 17. And Bryce Harper, the guy who took Alvarez, who did he take with his first pick? It was an unmatched team. I'm going to take a look at that. No, not that. Ragav's unmatched team. He took Kyle Tucker and Alvarez, so he's got some good numbers there. This fella's going after the Army. He's getting the home runs, RBIs. Okay, so after Bryce Harper is Austin Riley. All right, back to players. I got a long time till it comes back to me, fellas. Jose Altuve going way too early in the second round. Wow, that is an insane pick. You got Ozzie Albies sitting right there. Why would you take... Yeah, see, number 21, Ozzie Albies. He is thrilled. He's like, yeah, you took out... Man. That's funny. Rafael Devers, third baseman from Boston going 22nd. Corbin Burns, 23rd. I wonder what pitchers will get back to me under this. I should have some good stuff. Let's take a look ahead. There goes Marcus Semien. Okay, I could have Castillo and Yoshi Yamamoto, Pablo Lopez, Kevin Gausman. Maybe I have a couple of Gausmans. Yeah, those are the ones I'll focus on. And Francisco Lindor, New York Mets shortstop, going with the 25th pick. So he went Semien Lindor to go with Acuna. Okay, well, that's a pretty good start, isn't it? So I guess Yoshi Yamamoto, 26th. That's a bit early to be taking Yoshi, fellas. That's a bit early. But anyways, let's get back here and look. Luis Castillo, Pablo Lopez. I could see that being a 1-2 punch that I could take. Yeah. Those look like my guys. Because there's not really any bats here that fit the mold for the army of pitchers, home runs, RBIs strategy. Adolis Garcia, maybe. So if he gets back to me, there is a chance I will take Adolis Garcia from Texas, the outfielder. So we'll see how that goes. But then I'm cut. There goes Luis Robert after Yoshi Yamamoto. Luis Robert. But anyways, if I take another bat, then I'm cutting into my strength of my army of pitchers. Zach Wheeler going number 28. So I'll have to be focused on possibly even the next 6 rounds would all be pitchers. Well, 6 of the next 7, because I do have to target some Kyle Schwarber in there. And it's unfortunate Ohtani is only utility eligible. With that eligibility, okay, Vlad Guerrero and Gunnar Henderson, 29 and 30. And Tyler Glasnow going a little early, 31st. Okay. People are watching my videos, but might be doing it a little bit wrong. Michael Harris, 32. Adolis Garcia. So that takes that play off the board. So we are... I know, you're going nuts that I'm not taking Corey Seager, right? But remember, he's getting 33 home runs. His batting average is what his gig is. And I don't care about batting average. We're getting Luis Castillo. There. So someone else can have Corey Seager. Of course, unless he gets back to me. Then I'll have to think about it. A Rosarina and Ellie De La Cruz. See, now you're making me think about Seager. How long is he going to be sitting with this? He took some light swings. Okay. Well, all right. We don't know yet. I do like Lopez. I like Gausman, but I'm a little scared of the injury, and I do have a lot of interest in him in other drafts. So we're going to take Pablo Lopez here. There. 2 bats, 2 pitchers. Powerhouses in each. I think we're underway, fellas. I think we're underway. All right, so That's Ellie Dela Cruz with 37th. He's going for, there goes Corey Seager, 39th. I'm sure you're happy about that. That's a long time for Seager to wait around. I was able to get him on a couple of teams last year. There goes C.J. Abrams. But Corey Seager last year, if you had him, boy, did he really was a surprise, a pleasant surprise. Kevin Gausman, 41. I worry about Gausman. I worry the couple of teams that I have him drafted already. He's throwing a side session. He's continuing on. He's 33 though, and whenever someone over 30 gets hurt a little bit, it can be devastating. Manny Machado goes 42nd. Look at all these pitchers. Get these pitchers back to me. There goes Kirby. George Kirby. We got a starting pitcher off the board there. There's a lot of pitchers. I'm not interested in Aaron Nola, though, because remember I said I would focus a little bit on ERA and WHIP? Well, take a look at Aaron Nola's ERA, and I never want to draft someone this early, especially, who has had last year and is projected this year to have over 4 ERA. That just hurts what my plan is. Edwin Diaz, number 44. Good position for that. But yeah, I've got to stick to the plan, and the plan has played out so well so many times, including 45th pick right there was Adley Rutschman. I am waiting so much later in the draft. I'm not taking a catcher until round 16 or later. Because the numbers that Rutschman will give me, yep, he's going to be the best catcher in the league, but it's not going to be that much better for my purpose than waiting for Francisco Alvarez, or how about Wilson Contreras? Right? I can wait until round 16 or 17 for those. Or how about Logan O'Hoppe? There goes Zach Gallen. Yeah, I like Gallen. But catchers early, that's a Paul Goldschmidt, 47. You got to be careful about drafting a guy for their name, fellas. Goldschmidt was great, and he's in the twilight of his career. Logan Webb, number 48. See, and you see Max Fried looking at me. There goes Aaron Nola, 49. Max Fried, if you look at everything overall, could be a good pick. Here's the thing. Look at the expected strikeouts on this fella, and look at what he did last year. You know, if you look at last year where he only had 80 strikeouts in 77 innings, and that was due to injury, fellas, let's make sure we're focused on the ideas here. Okay, there goes Nolan Arenado, number 50, Cody Bellinger, 51. But yeah, Max Fried doesn't do it for me. You know who would do it for me? Frember Valdez. How about that? Freddie Peralta. Huh? Although Peralta, oh, there went Peralta. Well, never mind. There goes Mike Trout. Peralta last year, look at him. He's below 4 on 3.86 ERA. Good whip, 1.12. You know, that would have been nice if he got back to me. But there goes Frember Valdez. So, let's take a look here. Oh, how silly am I feeling? Blake Snell's stock is dropping. There goes Hader. It's the second closer off the board. Valdez, that would have been a nice one too. I'd have been very okay with that. Tariq Skubal, Detroit starting pitcher, and he's in line for a potentially really good year. So let's see what oh, there goes Fried. Skubal last year, 80 innings, 102 strikeouts. I mean, it was a good year. Okay, so there's Grayson Rodriguez. Don't want him. Eflin, already have him a few times. There's Logan Gilbert. Too early for him. Joe Ryan, Iglesias. What am I waiting on bats here? Okay. Well, here's what we're going to do then. I think I know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. What am I going to do? Interesting predicament. Fellas, it's Eflin or Gilbert. Logan Gilbert. I don't have enough of him, and I like Seattle for a pitcher's park. Duran went right before the Gilbert pick. Sorry, we got another closer off the board, and Duran going right before. Nolan Jones, number 60. And, well, I think I've already decided that it's going to be Kyle Schwarber here because we're in the 6th round. There goes Eflin. And this will be Kyle Schwarber. We are in the 6th round. I need to solidify those home runs. Got to keep that solidified, fellas. All right, so Schwarber, see, he's going to be DH in the Grapefruit League, but still plays outfield, right? Yeah, he qualifies outfield. I don't care how many times he plays DH. That's fine with me. I mean, heck yeah. Designated hitter means he's not running into a wall or tripping over someone else's glove. Okay, so after Schwarber was Clace. Another closer off. Jazz Chisholm and Christian Yelich. Fellas, why are we taking Yelich that quick? There goes, is that Bobby Miller? Is that right? Bobby Miller? Damn it. Yeah, Bobby Miller from the Dodgers. You know, I mean, small sample size, good year last year. We'll see how it goes this year. Let's get back over here to the players. Nico Horner. Okay. Everybody's building the team they want, right? JT Realmuto, again, you will not see me take a catcher this early. I'm still 10 rounds away from even looking at a catcher. All right, it's a long time till it gets back to me. Some people expected. You know Luzardo is going to be good. I don't know why people are down on Luzardo. Let's see here. He's focused on pitching deeper into games. We know he's got to become the ace because of Alcantara. Alcantara going out with Tommy John. Luzardo has to step in. And he's making the best of it. He's only 26. I mean, let's see. He did. Okay. He had a Grapefruit League game. He gave up 3 runs on 5 hits over 3.1. But he did strike out 4. No walks. So that's through. Wow. All right. Okay, after Realmuto was Alex Bregman. Sorry, let's go on back up here. Excuse me. Now's a good time to look at a closer as well. Doesn't have to be a starting pitcher right here. Ryan, if it wasn't for what Ryan went through last year, I would really focus on him this year. But last year was not a great year for him. I really think he's going to turn it around. Okay, you know, Royce Lewis, number 70. But yeah, Joe Ryan, he's a fine pitcher and he's got the strikeouts, I tell you what. Spencer Steer. And of course, I'm looking at Steele in a few rounds too. Let's take a look at where he's coming up. Starting pitchers. 101. Wow, fellas. If I want Steele, I have to take him in the next round. I mean, that's kind of cray, right? I'm not taking Grayson Rodriguez. I'm not taking him. Y'all can take him. I'll do without him. So after Steer is, wow, the other Contreras. Really? What? Oh, no, that's William going on. Wait, he's already going. That's way too early. Let's look at what other catchers are available, fellas. Okay, Wilson's still down here. Good. Wow, I could live with Cal Raleigh, Francisco Alvarez, Wilson Contreras, but I mean, if I'm taking one of them, I would take Raleigh because good home runs, good RBIs. Stay focused, fellas. Eyes on the prize. Logan O'Hoppe, he's going to play some DH this year, so he'll be one of the catchers leading in at-bats. Kim goes with the 73rd pick. Good position eligibility. All right, let's get it off catchers because I'm a long ways from looking at one. Yes, you can have Grayson Rodriguez. Enjoy it. I hope you had fun with it. Congrats on your Grayson Rodriguez, buddy. I'm just waiting to see what gets back to me. I now have 3 bats and 3 pitches. Look at this start. Castillo, Lopez, Gilbert's my number 3 guy, fellas. I got Ohtani, Schwarber, and Alonso. Let's look at the numbers that I'm putting up. If I click on standings over here, I want to see my home runs. Home runs, I'm at 118 with 3 bats. I'm averaging almost 100 runs and almost 100 RBIs. I don't care about stolen bases or batting average. I've already got 38 wins and 569 strikeouts. Now, why are these important? I have targets I'm seeking out in every draft. On runs, I'm seeking 850. Camilo Doval goes with the 75th pick, another closer. 850 runs. Home runs, I'm looking for 300. RBIs, I'm looking for 900. I don't care about stolen bases, and I don't care about batting average. If you watch my Brought the Receipts video, you'll understand why. But those targets, there goes Jordan Romano, another closer, number 76. Those targets for these batting numbers are based on having only 1 bench bat. I have the full roster plus only 1 bench bat. If I did 4 bench bats and got those numbers, I'm not going to... Dang it, there goes Steele. I knew I was going to have to take him this round if I was taking him, but he didn't get back to me even on that. But anyways, so for those batting numbers, 1 bench bat, and if you have more than that, then you're kind of cheating and you better get way above those numbers. So another catcher, Smith, Dodgers, and there goes another closer, Diaz from Cincinnati. All right, let's get back on players because my pick is coming. What'd Yuri Perez do? Okay, someone drafted him, so I don't have to worry about it. But what did he do? Thinks he'll be able to opening day. Oh, he's got a fingernail issues. Oh, that sucks. Man. Okay, so Yuri Perez and then McLean, Cincinnati second base shortstop. My pick is up next. And they took Luzardo. I honestly think that's a good pick. All right, you ready for this? I'm going to do it. Wait, look down. Okay. So I think my next 2 picks are going to be Iglesias and who is next? Steve's standout team. Let's look at Steve's standout team. Where are you? There you are. He's got a bunch of bats. He could end up taking either a starting pitcher or a closer. And I'm gonna lock in my first closer here. That is Iglesias with the 83rd pick. I gotta lock it in, fellas. You can't go without getting saves. You gotta get saves. Let's talk about that after I get my next pick completed. Because we'll have some time. You know, it takes, 22 picks before it gets back to me? So, shoo, that's a lot of time. But starting out with Iglesias, I'm definitely going to grab Minter later because if Iglesias falters or injures, Minter is definitely sliding into the job. And I want those Atlanta saves. I want the Atlanta saves. So Minter will be one of my bench spots as my pitchers. All right, so Gleyber Torres and then Blake Snell went. And that means, you guessed it, I get Joe Ryan. All right, well, I would rather that have been Justin Steele, and let's just make sure I'm not missing somebody. Is Tanner Bibby still out there, and should I do it? Should I Tanner Bibby this, fellas? I think I should Tanner Bibby this. I'm going to tell you why. Tanner Bibby is younger. He came out hot last year. If he even just repeats these numbers, those are great. But look at what his expectation is. He's going to build up more innings. So now he's approaching 200 strikeouts with that great ERA and whip. Plays for Cleveland, so the wins will be a little more scarce than if he was in Atlanta. But let's go ahead and hit draft on Tanner Bibby. I double-clicked it. All right, so Tanner Bibby is mine now. Excellent. My next round, I'll probably be looking for another closer because I now have 4 starters. And I may look at the bats. Let's see what's coming up. Let's see. There's Evan Carter. We really are looking for stolen bases here. We're not looking at the stolen bases at all. I don't care what Andy Barron said. Okay, Ozuna, I can wait on him. He is a target for me. Jorge Soler is a target for me. Excuse me. Anthony Santander. I'm not taking Salvador Perez. Cal Raleigh, that would be the earliest I would take a catcher. There's Max Muncy. Merrill Kelly is still out here. Francisco Alvarez way down here. Jake Berger. Nolan Gorman. Jose Barrios. Isaac Paredes. Oh, boy, there is Willie Adames. Fellas, there's so much available to me, it's silly. So much available, it's a crying shame. All right, so after Joe Ryan was O'Neal Cruz, Christian Walker, Dylan Cease, and Xander Bogaerts. Okay, that's 92nd with Xander Bogaerts. Dylan Cease going to San Diego, that's going to improve him because he's going to have better, he'd probably have better run support and better defense behind him. So that's actually, I like that pick. And Casas, Tristan Casas. He's a first baseman from Boston going 93rd. And Lau, Garrett Cole finally went 95th. Taking a risk, but I don't blame you, dude. Garrett Cole, he has longevity. I understand taking him at this point. You're taking a risk. We don't know how that's going to turn out. What did they show on the MRI? Have we heard anything yet? He won't need Tommy John. We know that. Okay, we don't know. We don't know when he'll be back or if he'll be back the way he should be. I mean, we're talking about an injury to the pitching arm, and it is so delicate for them. For what they have to do, these starting pitchers, they amaze me. I've seen people suggest that as fast as they throw that ball, as much pressure as they're putting on their arm, it's amazing that they don't just randomly break their forearms. You know, they break that, what is that, the ulnar and radius? Ulnar and radius, that sounds right. And there goes Munoz, another closer off the board. But yeah, that's... Excuse me. Fellas, it's spring. It's allergy season. You'll have to forgive me. All right, there we go. Where were we? Munoz was just taken. Munoz, that's a good pick, man. I don't like being 11th pick because of the distance between picks. You know, but if Evan Phillips gets back to me, I'm suddenly going to feel better. If Paul Sewell gets back to me, I'm going to feel better. All right, so what will get back to us? I like Teoscar Hernandez in Los Angeles. You know, he did fine in Seattle last year. In Los Angeles, his numbers are going up. All right, so Cole Reagans and then Evan Phillips. But anyhow, I got plenty of stuff I'm looking at. I'm good. And Sewell went. But I said his name. I put it out into the universe, fellas. That's my fault. Dansby Swanson went with number 100. Remember that if you're looking to use that for your shortstop. Musgrove, number 101. Fairbanks after Brian Reynolds. Wow. Fairbanks. I get it. Tampa Bay's a hell of a team, fellas. Hell of a team. And Spencer Torkelson, Detroit's first baseman. Hey, youngster. That's a power hitter right there, too. Lane Thomas, number 105. I'm next. What are you leaving me? Bednar is hurt, but he'll be back. Chris Sale, no thanks. Clay Holmes is there. Michael King, Chris Bassett, Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray will be back. Shane Bieber, ooh. I don't like that. All right, so what am I looking at? Helsley's got it locked up for the closer, right? Losing some speed on his fastball. I'm going to skip that pick then. What else we got? That's early for Clay Holmes. Oh, there's Michael King. I don't hate Michael King. Sonny Gray would be a later pick. Well, I do still only have the 3 bats, fellas. So, what do you say we grab Teoscar Hernandez? There went. Oh, Evan Carter went before my pick. Remember, Volpe and Bednar went with those 2 picks. And now, I think I can wait on Ozuna. But even if I can't, that would be that's my 3rd outfielder. So I'm gonna look up here and say Clay Holmes will be my 2nd closer. Third closer, excuse me. 2nd closer, yeah. Oh, that's right. I didn't take Helsley because he's lost speed on his pitch. All right, so I got 4 bats, starting with Alonso, Schwarber, Hernandez, and Ohtani. Okay, after Holmes went Jimenez and Ryan Helsley. I don't like seeing a pitcher lose speed on their fastball. When that happens, it's a bad sign for the season. There goes Josh Young, number 113, 3rd baseman from Texas. Yeah, and Diaz went with 114. Chris Sale, George Springer with 116. So I'm actually having a good time putting all together everything I want. Haven't really had to reach too much. I mean, that Holmes was a little bit of a reach, but that depends on your perspective. Okay, so that after Springer is Suzuki and Stott. Stott, Philly second baseman. I still don't have any of him on my team. On any teams. But yeah, Suzuki, I don't have him on any teams either. I don't have any Springer. All right, so let's talk about what I look for on numbers for pitchers. On wins, I want 100. On saves, I want 100. On strikeouts, I want 1,700. On ERA, that's so volatile. You really just got to do the best you can. Same thing with whip. It's so volatile. You really just have to focus on doing the best you can. You'll get your wins in the other categories, and those wins will put you in the playoffs. All right, so after Stott was Sonny Gray and Michael King. Yeah, people are watching my videos and using it for their drafts, I can tell you. And there went the other Diaz, Tampa Bay 1st and 3rd. Devin Williams, Milwaukee closer. Yeah. Caution, right? I get the caution. He's got 2 stress fractures in his back, and he's going to miss 3 months. Right? So Piamps and McGill are going to fight over it. We don't know what's going to happen there, fellas. I mean, these things happen. All right, so Shane Bieber, 123. And this is round 11. Round 11 is a good time to look at the Ozuna or Ozuna. I don't want to look at Nolan Gorman and Jake Berger too early, but I don't want to wait too long. So what are we going to do with our next one? Bailey Ober's one that might wait around a little longer. Craig Kimbrell. See, there's another one. If I take Kimbrell, I have to take Yennier Cano. There goes Ozuna, a little earlier than I would have expected, but it is the 11th round. Langford went before Ozuna after Shane Bieber. Sorry, I missed that. And then went Bassett, and then went Esteury Ruiz. Anyhow, where was I? Tanner Scott, not a bad idea. Ketel Marte, no thank you. Carlos Rodon, no thank you. Merrill Kelly is not a bad idea. Merrill Kelly, this guy, 2 runs on 5 hits over 3 innings. But it is spring, fellas. Don't put too much into it. After Marte was Canasio, Strand, and Green, starting pitcher from Cincinnati. All right, we're not reaching too much, though. This is round 11. Round 11. Man, that he took my guy. You took my guy, fellas. Okay. Excuse me. Got those sneezes from that. All right, let's head back up here. I'm going to take Craig Kimbrell and secure some more of those saves. Remember, the target is 100, fellas. And there went Kenley Jansen. Okay, so now. You know, I really do like the Merrill Kelly pick. I'm not exactly going to dominate on strikeouts with a Merrill Kelly, but let's go ahead and grab him. Merrill Kelly, that's a fine pitcher, fellas. Sorry, I got something spilled on the table here. There, that's better. Okay, I'll admit, I have a beer, and a little bit of it spilled when I picked it up. Bailey Ober. See, that's a good pick, too. You know, I thought about Bailey Ober. I really like Bailey Ober. And Churio went with the 135th. I mean, if you're not looking at Ober, you know, I don't understand why not. Okay, there goes Jordan Walker, St. Louis outfielder, Anthony Santander, going for those home runs. Good for you. But anyhow, it becomes difficult because there are people genuinely drafting my draft. I think the word is out, fellas. The word is out. But we're putting together a heck of a team here. Wow, I've got it set up nicely for this upcoming run on some players that I want. So, anyways, back to seeing how we're doing on targets. There goes Albert Azalea, Chicago Cubs closer. All right, I'm at 346 on runs, 143 home runs, 380 RBIs. Don't care. 76 wins, 83 saves, 1,159 strikeouts, and my ERA is 3.3 with a whip of 1.13. And this over here shows me finishing last right now, but you ignore this totals. Don't look at this until the end of it, okay? You're wasting your time before the end. That doesn't even help you anyways. This isn't rotisserie. All right, so there goes another closer, Scott. I'm going to sneak in a couple things here later. Remember, I do have to take A.J. Minter, and then I'm going to take 2 other relief pitchers. I'm going to take Finnegan and Harvey, and then I'm going to think about the Cano play. There went Cedric Mullins and Cal Raleigh. And Salvador Perez. Yeah, he's definitely not going to put up what he did. Arias, I've heard people say he'll probably lead the league in batting average. I could see that. But then what? Then what? You got one guy helping you with batting average? If you go watch my Brought the Receipts video, you'll see why that's not helping his team. Yu Darvish went 145th. Masataka Yoshida went number 146. Yeah, Arias. I'd rather have Alex Bohm, and he's not even going to do much. Riley Green, Detroit outfielder at 147. Riley Green. I am a Detroit fan. I just don't have enough investment in Detroit players this year. Brandon Woo, Seattle starting pitcher. You got to like Seattle starting pitcher. That is a pitcher's ballpark, fellas. You got to like Seattle starting pitching. All right, so I really got to look for some bats. I know who I'm targeting. And it's basically Nolan Gorman and Jake Berger. There went Berger. Damn it. Got 4 picks till it's mine. Francisco Alvarez looks pretty sweet, but he'll wait longer. Wilson Contreras. There went Gorman. Dang it. I say him out loud, and they take him. Now, we're going to have to queue up Paredes for later. Sean Murphy went with 152. Mitch Keller. Alec Bohm went 153. And Naylor went. So, let's see what we got here, fellas. Let's look at second base. We have Giloff. We have Chris Morel, which is a couple rounds away, so I could wait on him. And we have Paredes. Third base. Paredes. Yeah, I don't want to miss out on him, but this is too early to take him. But, anyhow, outfield. Solar's right here. He won't last much longer. And starting pitchers. Rodon, Christian Javier, Jose Berrios. We're going to go to relief pitchers, fellas. Nope. We're taking Rodon. Wait. Oh, I took Paredes. Okay. That'll be fine. That's why you queue him up. Okay, I really wanted to take Rodon last year, and we don't know if he recovers from that, fellas. Is Mitch Keller worth it? I doubt it. So now I've got my second base, third base. I can wait on... Well, I didn't leave myself many options by not taking Gorman around earlier. Oh, well. These things happen. And we're going to take Solar. I really need to shore up those home runs now. All right, let's take a look how we are coming along on our targets. 486, 200, 534. Don't care. 76, 83, 1159, 3.3, 1.13. So, everything's coming along right. We're getting the numbers that we want. I need to make the target in each one of these. Okay, there goes Montgomery and Walker Buehler. Buehler. I look forward to... I'm probably taking Christopher Morel with one of my next 2 picks. I'm a little scared of Rhys Hoskins. You know, he's coming back from injury, and that always scares me. But it's coming along really well with this team, guys. Justin Verlander. Nice to see a little renaissance for him. And Christian Javier. 165, Christian Javier. Outfield is finished. Still need, if I get second base, that covers third base for Paredes. And then I still need a shortstop. That'll be Adames. All right. Well, how many starting pitchers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 starting pitchers. So I can focus those bats right now. I can take Christopher Morel and Willy Adames, and that fills out my infield. But yeah, Christian Javier, I'd love to see a turnaround for him. I would love to see that. I liked watching him pitch a couple years ago. It was amazing. Just don't know what. He goes Bryce Miller, Seattle starting pitcher. Yeah, he was a 432 last year. Not great, but not bad. Let's click this to all players. And Tommy Edman. Yeah, he won't be on my team either. I've got to get rid of personal biases. I need to make a video about my own personal biases in these drafts. Because I have my biases. There's certain players that I just refuse to draft, and it hurts me overall. I know that. And I have no good reason for not wanting to draft Edman. Well, hold on, let's take a look. Do I have a good reason? Yeah, he doesn't get home runs. He gets stolen bases, and I don't care about those. That's why he won't be on my team. He doesn't get RBIs. I care about those. So, use your own draft strategies, but if you're using the army of pitchers plus home runs, RBIs, then you don't draft Edman. There goes Ian Happ, number 168. You know what you have to look for? Sure, I didn't get Gorman or Berger. That's a first. I have one of them on every one of my teams, basically. Because those two. Justin Turner, 169. There went Morel. Dang it. Now that hurts. That hurts. There is no other second baseman that really can help me out here. Well, 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 fellas. Taking Christopher Morel early on me, are you? You've been watching my videos. You found out who to go for based on those home runs, huh? All right. Brandon Drury becomes my final option at second base. And he will be mine. But he's the last guy out there that actually will get, he will get 25, 26 home runs. There's no question about that. But my next pick is going to have to be Willy Adames, because that's the last shortstop that's actually the final of the shortstops to go for the home runs with. And there went Mitch Keller and Alvarado, Phillies reliever. Keller's not a bad pick. Let's see how he does this year. I think I may have one team with Keller on it. Keep in mind, guys, this is like my 10th team. You know, it's a lot of teams. You lose track of who's on what. Who's on first? I don't know. Third base. Alvarado. Alvarado, why don't you come to your senses? Someone could make that into a song. You know, you done hit for the fences. You know, Tyro Estrada. Go for your stolen bases, fellas. Do your thing. If that's what you want, that's what you get. Carpenter, Detroit outfit. Dang it, Adames. What is happening? Get out of my head. Jose Barrios. Oh, man, that's a stinger. Well, I'm not taking Brandon Drury yet. That's for dang sure. And there went Contreras. Told you about, him being available. All right, fellas. Y'all have forced me. Yeah, I'm gonna here. Let's cue him up. Imanaga. I don't hate Gavin Williams, but I don't like him. Jackson Holiday. We don't even know when he'll get a call up. Okay. Nate Eovaldi is a potential one too. So we're gonna actually sell the hell out on the army of pitchers here because they took guys that I needed. So now I'm gonna suffer on my bats ever so slightly. So I'm gonna make you all suffer on pitchers. Ha ha. All right. I need to lay off pitchers now. I've got 3 closers. Let's go look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers, fellas. All right. We know we didn't change all of these because I took no bats. We're at 97 for wins. We're at 83 saves, 1,500 strikeouts, 3.34, and 1.15 ERA and WHIP. So these are coming together fine. Now I need a third base and a shortstop, and I cannot believe they did me so dirty. I'm going to have to Brandon Drury and put Paredes in at third, and now, what do I... Okay, sorry, McKenzie, Pivetta, Pepio. Let's look at players, and let's look at what is available at shortstop. Where's shortstops? They're there. All right. Wow. Nothing great. I mean, I could Correa. I wouldn't feel terrible about Correa. Looks like Carlos Correa is going to be my guy. And I can wait on him forever. Should be able to anyways. I mean, good Lord. And let's see. Go back to all players. Now, I don't need any more starting pitchers with 7 of them right now. I have 7. I have 3 closers. I'm going to get a couple of more reliever guys. I'm probably going to get Finnegan and Harvey and possibly Minter. Which means I do need these guys, Drury and Correa. I do need them. My team depends on that. And I'll probably O-Hop for my catcher. Okay, so there goes Brian Hayes and Jose Leclerc. Don't know what's going on in that Texas bullpen. I have no idea. Sometimes, you take a risk. Nobody knows what's going to happen on a lot of these teams. That's why I've been taking Hunter Harvey along with Finnegan. We just don't know. You know what, though? Based on what I still need to take, I can take Hoskins if I want to take a chance. I could take Tyler O'Neill. I don't know if I feel great about that. There goes Jackson Holiday. Take that chance, buddy. I don't blame you. You got to take a chance once in a while. Oh, I don't want Buxton. There goes Lodolo, Cincinnati starting pitcher. And I don't want Polanco. Jack Sawinski, there's one to queue up. That's a good one. Duran from Boston, the outfielder just went. Interesting. Stanton. How many weeks do you go without Stanton when you draft him? There's Brent Rooker, too. So there goes Stanton. All right, I got a couple more cheap power guys I can grab. But based on what I have left that I'm going to be picking, I will be taking Brandon Drury early with my next pick. There goes Stroman. O'Neill just went, and then Stroman. And then Piamps. Probably going to take over some closing there. We really don't know how this plays out with that Devin Williams injury. So, you know, you gotta find the guys to take a chance on. But because I need Drury and I need Correa, I have to make those my next picks. The other guys, Finnegan and Harvey, it's not a requirement, fellas. It's a desire. It's not a requirement. I feel like I'm going to miss my 100 wins on this league, and I don't like that. And I'm probably going to miss the 1,700 on strikeouts. But that is for absolute domination. 15 is the floor, and I've already made the 15. 1,500 is the floor for strikeouts. Nimmo! In fact, if we were to look at it, and there goes Robert Suarez, San Diego relief pitcher. If we were to look at it under last year's stats, you ready for this? I only have 1,335 on strikeouts, right? We're looking at projections. So let's look back at projections. You know, I'm not trying to chase, but look at how dominant I already am. I've got 1,500. Nobody else has more than 1,081 is the next person. So I am going to dominate this league on these strikeouts. All right, so after Hoskins, who already went, after Suarez, it was Williams, Cleveland starting pitcher, Fott, Arizona starting pitcher, and then Vinny Pascantino. And I'm taking Drury because I need him on the team. And there goes Charlie Morton afterwards. And I will be taking Correa here because, again, I need him on the team. So let's take a look now. We're up to 246 home runs. We're up to 681 RBIs. Need to improve that. 623 runs. Where'd we go? And I don't care about stolen bases and batting average. 97 wins, 83 saves, 1,508, 3.34, 1.15. Okay, and you see how I'm creeping up this thing as we finish out the draft? Yeah. All right, so after Correa went Buxton, Lang, Hunter Harvey, Nestor Cortez, Carlos Estevez. Yeah, I think Estevez probably keeps the job. And on a mediocre team, he'll probably get 30 saves. But he'll have a horrible ERA and whip. What was it? Let's take a look at the projections on 3.9 and 1.42. Yowza. That's a stinger. All right, so I got Sawinski I can grab later. Remember, I still have one bench bat to get. And I need a utility bat. The third base is already filled in. See, Drury is my second baseman. Paredes is my third baseman. So I need any utility bat, and that's going to be Jack Sawinski plus a catcher and one bench bat. So anyways, after Estevez went Rengifo, Yanir Cano, and Dalton Varsho. Yeah, Cano was one of the ones I was wanting to get because of Kimbrel's questionable nature. I've got two more pitchers I'm going to grab. Two. One bench bat, a catcher. I think I'll take catcher on my next one. I'm going to take O'Hop. I really want O'Hop. And I do want Sawinski as well. Sawinski is going to solidify those home runs and RBIs. I don't know how you guys feel about Sawinski. You know, I mean, it's questionable to go after a guy that you don't really have a large sample size from. So I know to be careful of that. There went Trevor Story, but I know to be careful of Trevor Story too. And there goes Alex Verdugo. And 10 picks until my turn. Okay, does Logan O'Hoppe get back to me? Feels like it. There've been a lot of catchers have been taken. And there's Matt Chapman, 217. This is the part of draft gets difficult, fellas. This second half of the draft, near the end, when you've got to fill out the rest of what you didn't finish earlier, it gets rough. This team of mine looks entirely different if I've got Gorman and Berger, doesn't it? Instead, I've got Paredes and Drury. I lose a little bit there. I lose a little bit. Gorman and Berger would have given me better RBIs and better home runs. And it would have been better runs, too. But my home runs do look good right now. So, coming back to my pick, I will be taking Logan O'Hoppe if he gets to me. Whew. Stressful stuff, isn't it? Savale, Tampa Bay starter. Huh. Well, where are we at? Crawford, 219. 6 picks till my turn after Mitch Haniger is taken with the 220th pick. Ryan Presley. Garcia, Mikel Garcia, Kansas City third base shortstop. Thought about him, but no. Huh. Hector Neris, huh? Okay. Chicago might get some saves, so not terrible. I mean, Ezekiel Tovar, Colorado shortstop. I'm proud of my Correa pick. Nate Lowe, Texas first baseman, and there went Garrett. So they left me O'Hoppe. Where's he at? We'll take O'Hoppe. And who's going to be the next pick after that? I should put some thought into that one. So let's cue O'Hoppe. My next pick could be Sawinski. Let's see what starting pitchers there are. Oh, yeah, Tyler Wells. I think people are forgetting about Tyler Wells. I'll take Tyler Wells here soon. Okay, this is going to work. So, yeah, let's draft Logan O'Hoppe. Double-clicked again. Sorry about that. And then I'll take Tyler Wells with my next one. Okay, Bello went right after that. Tyler Wells. And there went Harrison, San Fran starting pitcher. Tyler Wells is pitching great, fellas. And he's in the rotation. And it's going to be hard to knock him out of the rotation. Okay, so I still need... Wow, I need 2 bats and a pitcher. Remember, this is filled in by Paredes. So let's look at the numbers. All right, 681 on runs, 268 in home runs, 748 in RBIs. Don't care. I made it over 100 on wins. I'm still under 100 on saves. I'm at 1,603 strikeouts, which is by far dominating this league. Pretty good ERA at 3.38 and pretty good whip at 1.14. These are good projections, fellas. But just watch what happens when I finish off these 2 bats that I have to get. And one last pitcher. Who's that going to be? Let's see the relief pitchers. Okay. Okay. There went Kyle Finnegan and okay, Heim. Let's back this up. After Wells went Polanco, and then, damn it, stop it. And then India, and then Heim, and then Marte, and then Finnegan, and then Miller, Oakland starting pitcher. Okay, I was going to look at Finnegan. I know I can't look at Yannier Cano, but I need to look at AJ Minter. What's going on with it? There goes Garver, Seattle's catcher. Expected back soon. Okay. He had a finger thing. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and cue him up too. Because, you know, I got Iglesias. I might as well have the backup. So I've got Sawinski. And who's going to be my other bench bat? Let's take a look at batters, fellas. I could take an Eloy Jimenez, but I don't trust him anymore. I mean, he started out his career so promising. And it's just not what we expected, is it, guys? Yeah, Brent Rooker's not a bad look. All right, I think I have my final 3 picks queued up over here. And if I get them all, this is going to be great. Okay, so after Garver was Moreno, Arizona's catcher, and then Ryan Mountcastle. I am not disappointed in having O'Hop as my catcher and getting him in like the 18th round, 19th round. That's fine with me. Or actually, I think I heard someone say it was O'Hoppy. And I don't think it's O'Hoppy, but it might be. O'Hoppy. Names, you know. Oh, there goes Dave Robertson, Texas relief pitcher. Might get some saves. We'll see how that all plays. I'm going to look at relief pitchers again in case there's someone other than Minter that would be a good. But I really feel like Minter's the guy. Well, Will Smith is the closer right now. We know that. I like Graterol. Jason Adam. Yeah, nobody really steps out too much. I mean, there's a couple of guys, but I can just stick with what I've got queued up over here and I'll be fine. I think the DTD, which means day to day, next to Minter's name, is going to keep people from taking him right away. So I think I may take Sawinski with my next pick. And then I would take Minter, and then Rooker is usually left out there on waivers. Because, well, I don't know if people... Okay, so after Robertson went Kelly, Dodgers relief pitcher. And then Ruiz, Washington's catcher. Are people taking 2 catchers? And Jeremy Pena, Houston shortstop. See, that's why I had to take Correa, because I did not want to end up in that situation. Even if Correa only gets me 20 home runs on the year, it's the numbers I'm after. I'm after the total numbers. There's John Gray, starting pitcher from Texas. Hard to believe how many picks have been done. I mean, it's been, what, a little over an hour. And this is the 21st round. 244 picks are done. Wow. But yeah, Will Smith, if he stays the closer, great. If he doesn't, it'll be MacArthur. So whenever someone is taking Will Smith, they really should think about taking MacArthur. To guarantee. It's like the Harvey Finnegan thing. If you take them both, you should have the saves for that whole team. It's a safe play. I don't know. How do you guys feel about Chapman? I don't feel great about it. I just don't feel great about it. And there goes Quan, Cleveland's outfielder. Melendez, Kansas City catcher and outfield. There went Sawinski. Son of a bitch, you bastard. How dare you? Julien, Minnesota second baseman. You know what? Maybe I play this one with no bench bat. We'll see. Eloy Jimenez. And bear in mind, this is a utility bat, fellas. This is a utility bat. Look at my team. The infield is covered. This next bat is utility, and then a bench. So, I'm going to take Rooker because I want the home runs. On the way back, I'll take Minter. But after Jimenez was J.D. Martinez. I'm getting cheap home runs out of Rooker here, fellas. When you see the numbers on this, I think you'll be as happy with what I've done as I am with it. Lance Lynn. I don't believe I got my 800 runs, though. Or 850, excuse me. I don't think I got 850 on runs. But we're bearing in mind, I don't have a bench bat as of right now. I might not take one. There went Will Smith. Good for you. I will take AJ Minter. Make sure I've shored that up. Let's take a look at the numbers now. Okay, I'm only at 737 on runs. I got my home runs. I missed all over the place on RBIs. But with one bench bat, that needs 63 more runs to get 800 and 91 more RBIs to catch 900. So I'm pretty far away from the target. Let's look at last year's numbers because this sometimes changes it. No, it's still the same. I did it with home runs, but I missed the RBIs, and that's thanks to some folks drafting my strategy. Thank you very much. All right, so we're at 107 wins, 91 strikeouts, 1,685 strikeouts, 91 saves, 3.37, 1.14. And I still have one more to go. I could make it a bat or a pitcher. Well, who do I love more than anything? I don't know. Robert Stevenson's not going to be out for much, right? Yeah, he should be ready for opening day. Okay. There's no one exciting here for relief pitchers. Let's take a look at starting pitchers. Okay. There's Andrew Abbott. That's not a terrible idea. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. You don't see a whole lot of Shane Baz. Everybody knows Baz will be back, right? He tweaked an oblique. But okay. So we've lost out on Minter, Severino, Nootbaar, Kellenic, Michael Wacha, Whit Merrifield, and then Candelario. Logan Allen. All right, we're going to queue up Andrew Abbott. We'll look at relief pitchers again. Nope. We're going to look at batters. And we're going to sort it by home runs. Eugenio Suarez. That's actually my guy, fellas. I need to bench bat. I always do bench bats. I always do. One bench bat. Okay, so we missed some. Candelario, then Hicks, then Gurriel, then Tyler Ward, outfielder from Angels, and Aroldis Chapman. And Suarez is heading away from Seattle. He's going to Arizona. That's a better situation for him. And 265th was Andrew Vaughn. Then goes Siri, the Tampa Bay outfielder. Fellas, if you watch the movie Moneyball, you understand what I'm doing here. I'm not picking players. I'm picking stats. Okay, so there goes Jose Abreu. And then Merrill. San Diego shortstop, for those wondering. But I'm after statistics. I want wins in categories. There goes Ryan McMahon, Colorado. And Clayton Kershaw, Dodgers starting pitcher. I'm trying to win these leagues. First step is make the playoffs. Second step is win the playoffs. to get to the playoffs, you need a little over 50% win-loss in your categories. There goes Hunter Renfroe. If you're below 50%, you will not make the playoffs. So the playoffs are determined by the people who get the... If you want to get them in stolen bases, good luck. You're going to have a hard time catching the other categories. Josh Bell, Miami first baseman. But doing it this way allows you to focus more on your pitching. There goes Crawford, Seattle shortstop, Manoah, and I'm taking Suarez. And now let's look at the numbers. Okay. We made it over 800 on runs, just short by 42. We made over 300 on home runs. We got the target, fellas. We made 899 on RBIs, missed it by 1. Come on. We got 43 stolen bases, and I don't care at all. We got 246 on batting average, and I really don't care. I made the target of 100 and got over it. I almost got the target of 100, but this is still going to be great saves. Because, look, 1, 2, 3 teams. I'm 4th in saves. But nobody touches my strikeouts. You see this? 1,685. I missed my 1,700 by 15. Nobody else got over 1,500. The highest is 1,467. I'm going to get 18 or 19 wins in strikeouts. My ERA is great, 3.37. My WHIP, 1.14. These are good numbers. And this thing over here, yes, if it's rotisserie, I would finish 7th based on projections. It's not rotisserie, it's head-to-head 5 categories. You can't treat it the same as rotisserie. You got to know the rules of your league. So if we go by the 2023 stats, I actually destroyed home runs and RBIs. 99, 91, 15, 34. Still dominant, though. This guy down here, 1671. 3.42, 1.13. These are all good numbers. All good numbers. But this is just showing you, fellas, we did it again, even though people were taking people out from under me. The Nolan Gorman, Jake Berger thing, that was a stinger. The Adames thing, ouch. Imagine how much those would have... Well, I still got my targets, though. I got almost every target, fellas. I'm actually very proud of that. So it's another situation where when you look over everything, I'm playing Moneyball. Because who's the leader in runs? Okay, 1192 is the leader in runs. No, 1199 or 1099. Yeah, 1192. Let's look at Roy's remarkable team, and I'm going to tell you, he's got 5 bench bats. He's got 5 bench bats, so that number is a lie. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bench bats. How many times are those bench bats going to sit there and not get numbers because these other guys are in? How many times? So how many at-bats is he actually missing out on? A lot. He's not getting all of those numbers, fellas. He's not going to get that 1192. He's going to miss out on most of them, as a matter of fact. But here's a fun thing. My numbers, I dominate in pitching over here by so much. I'm not missing any of them, though, because you don't have all of your starters starting on the same day. You have the actual time when you're gonna be like, oh, look, I do have 4 starting pitchers and 4 relief pitchers all in here playing at the same time. But you're not going to miss many of your starts. You're really not. And if you are going to miss one, you just take out whatever reliever pitched the night before. Because if they pitched the night before, they're probably not pitching today. So you can just, okay, well, he pitched last night. He's probably not pitching today. That's just the safest way to play it. These guys, all of you that have a whole load of bench bats, you're going to miss out on so many at-bats. It's going to hurt your team overall. It's going to hurt your team overall. But anyhow, thank you for tuning in. Random City Sports Ballers, we did it again with the exception of runs. I feel like this was a knockout draft, guys. 808 runs, that's a stinger. That is a stinger. But I usually say I'm bringing that one along for the ride and expect about 11 or 12 wins on runs. I never try to dominate runs because it's hard to do. I just bring it along for the ride. Stolen bases, don't care. And batting average, I'll probably get 9 or 10 wins just because it's so volatile. I'll dominate wins. I'll get a lot of saves. That's going to win all the time in strikeouts. ERA and whip are good enough to get me well over 50% on those. I'm in the playoffs with this one, fellas. But thanks for tuning in to this, yet again, what I feel is a playoff draft.